Hi everybody, this is Dennis from the Dennis and Andy Show. I'm going to do the full review of The Search for Who. It's AfterShock Comics, issue number 1. Jon Tsuei, Steve Orlando did it. Rubine did the artwork. I did a quick flip on this, and I had quite a few of you guys wanting me to do a full review, and we've chatted about this offline. So I finally got a chance to sit down and read it. So let's kind of go through it. Story starts taking place in Afghanistan in 2015. You can see the planes up ahead. Looks like drones, lots of stuff, action going on. Hang on, Sergeant, we're almost out of here. So she's talking to her. Promise me something. Shut up, MK. It's way too early for your last wish. Just listen to me, Aaron. Don't die out here for an idea when you have someone real to go home to. Family. So you can see this takes place. He's back in California. He's home. He's having, eating with mom, dad. They're kind of talking about it. They own a shop. You can see it's C's Bar and Grill in California. So, their patrons are just leaving. They're closing up shop. They've got looks like a nice small business. And, they close up shop for the night. They're locking up the store. All of a sudden, SUV comes rolling out. Somebody with the mask on. Boom, boom, boom. Shoots them. They both get pegged. Mom and dad. She's standing up, and Angie's like, Robbie, I'm okay. We need an ambulance. She calls 911. And then all of a sudden, just hang on there. Ma, it's all right, Aaron. Basically, they're like, what's going on? What happened? And she goes, well, your dad and me, our family didn't die in an accident in China. What? You lied to me? Yeah, there's a lot more you need to know. My last name is Margolis. We came from Russian Jews who fled China during the revolution. That family joined the Hu family when my grandfather Elijah married Hu Ju Wu. China in the 1920s, it was rough back then. My family had no real opportunities except for crime. It's, basically they said then they wound up going to war. So America was my escape from that war until now. This wasn't a random attack. So all this time you've been hiding a blood feud from the old country. And she's basically like, yeah, there is a blood feud going on. She goes, all right. She goes, go home, and he walks out of the room, accidentally bumps into two gentlemen, and the guy's like, hey, where are you going? And he goes, he notices that he's got a piece. Where are you guys heading? You got a problem, boy? You know what? Whack, whack, whack. No problem at all. You mother. Bang. Next thing we know, the police are there. Put your hands up. Let's start with your name. What happened? He's like, my name's Aaron C. I don't know, sir. I'm visiting my parents. Apparently, so were these guys. I'm Detective Beat. Here's my card. Call me if there's anything. He goes, I'd hate for you to get arrested, too. You clear? Hey, I'm just a concerned citizen, detective. So he's like, Mother, we need to know. She goes, you need to know what we're up against. I'm sorry you got involved with this. Go into the shoebox and go check out the history. So he pulls the shoebox out and starts going through the family. Realizes there's so much more. A manual, 1985. And, Yobosio? You sleeping, MK? It's like 3 in the afternoon in Korea. Aaron, is everything okay? Yeah, we need favors. Well, what do you need? So he's explaining the fact that there's a blood feud. Somebody shot up the parents' bar. You can see, I love these kind of panels, where she's talking, then the unexpected news, and you can see the other half. It just conveys good emotion. He's like, what else do I have but family? And she's like, I hate for you to get involved, but if you're going to come over, we got to do this thing right. So she basically goes in, how's dad? He's fighting. Basically, like, I'm going over there. And she goes, don't do this. And he goes, look, I'm meeting MK in Seoul. She goes, I never wanted this to touch your life, but I know better than to argue with you. I couldn't stop you from enlisting. I can't stop you from, you're always stubborn. Hey, I learned from the master. All right, brokering peace is the only solution. I love you, Aaron. I love you too. So you can see he goes in there. They land in Incheon National Airport. As my wife says, been there. So kind of funny. She lands in there. She's got a nice sports car. And he's like, wow, I see civilian life's better for you than it was me. Hey, you could have picked up a share of my business, but you said no. Now get in the car. She goes, I picked you up a suit. And he goes, why do I care about a suit? She goes, the Who and the Margolis care. So now you care. Just remember, you asked for this. So they kind of figure on, they start establishing that, the families are tough. They're in the middle of a feud. And she goes, there's a lot going on. You better call your mom to check in. She goes, I will. When I get some news, because he's going to meet his family, his blood family, that he didn't know about. And he goes, did you use a suit before this, right? Like a service uniform, but sexy? No, those were sexy. This is just itchy. He goes, well, look at the guys with the girls over there. That's Ezra and Nathan Margolis. Those would be your cousins. Oh, and heads up, there's Bo and Hugh, and now we got trouble. So they're sitting there, and the guy's like, stinks like Margolis, boys. It's time they learn some respect. So he goes and pulls a drop on him. Aaron pulls out a piece and shoots in the air, and he's like, who the hell is that? Shit, Ezra, that's Bowen. Hey, no rush. They jump over to the side. There's some shooting going on. One of the Who's gets shot. Oh, let's get the hell out of here. Says you. We all know I'm the better shot. Hey, thanks for the assist. Whoa, hey, don't shoot, okay? Why the hell shouldn't I? It's not like we're family. So, next issue, time to meet the relatives. So it says, Aaron's quest for revenge lands him in the middle of the shootout between the Who and Margolis family. With guns drawn and no way out, Aaron must not only prove his lineage to the Margolis family, he must also prove his worth. So that'll be coming out in the next issue. This is something pretty cool that they do in the back. They go in through the players. They talk about MK Cho, so they talk about her. So there's a lot more to her than we know right now. Angela, the mother, kind of goes through her. Then we get into Ezra, the cousin we just met, Emmanuel, who's his uncle, and then Leah, who I'm assuming we're going to meet. And it kind of gives us a really cool, the Hugh Margolis family tree. You can see, and we'll probably get introduced to the whole lineage of the Who family, and then how they tie into the Margolis. So that's actually pretty neat. So let's just talk briefly. I actually thought this was kind of interesting. I do love, stories that have some basis. And, this story, you just knew. Maybe it's something like The Americans, where they were hiding out, the TV show. It's interesting. I want to know more. So the whole point of the first issue is, does it draw you in? There's nothing supernatural about this storyline, anything like a lot of the comics that I wind up getting. But this one draws in. I kind of like Angela, the character. I kind of like, MK. I kind of like, I kind of like the entire family. I'm curious about, now getting into some of the history of the mob families and what they're doing and how everything ties in. So the whole point of issue number 1 is to, intrigue me in the story, and it did. The dialogue was quite believable, and I thought the art was fantastic. I loved it. So there's a lot to look forward to, and I think they're moving in the right direction. So mission accomplished. I love the first issue. I'm going to give it my CGC rating of an 8.0. I really want to see what happens next. So with that being said, make sure you guys smash the like button for the video. And I would love for you guys to If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And that way you can follow us when I put out, new reviews, quick flips, or full reviews, or when we go live for our shows. So anyway, I look forward to talking to you all. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.